Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. And my channel is about dating, love, relationship, toxic relationships, and I touch on true crimes of passion as a teaching tool to watch out for these crazy people out here in the dating scene. All right, so tonight's talk we're going to get into is how do you feel about your lover having friends of the opposite sex? This is something that's very interesting in the dating scene because at dating, in a committed relationship or even in marriage, some people don't feel comfortable with their partner being with the opposite sex as a friend. They're not comfortable with it. And it's understandable. It can be understandable, whatever. And they have several reasons why they feel this way. But then the person is like, well, why are you acting like this? Why I can't have a friend of the opposite sex? It really is a problem. Don't you trust me or whatever? But sometimes the person just might not trust the other person. Not so much you. They just don't trust the other person. But there's several reasons why they can feel this way. So I'm going to get into this article. I think it's really cool. And then, it's like different people, they express how they feel about it. And I want you to share your thoughts and opinions about it too. How do you feel about it? Make sure everybody votes, please. And the question that I have up, well, that question was really supposed to be for the other day's topic when I was talking about a couple, and the woman was giving her boyfriend oral sex in the car, and they crashed into the FedEx truck. But for some reason, I wasn't able to put the poll up, so I'm putting it tonight, and I'm going to also put another question up there too. So I'm going to read this cool article, and as we get to the article, share your thoughts and opinions. And anybody who's watching a replay, please, and the people that's here, please hit the like button, and also share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let me know, are you okay with your partner, your husband, your wife, whatever, you could be married or in an exclusive relationship, having friends of the opposite sex? Very interesting. All right, so we're going to get into this one. And let me just read the comments real quick who just came up in here. Oh, don't need a man, stop telling me I do. Mod on deck, hugs and kisses to you, beautiful. Emmanuel, long time. And how you doing? And it's an interesting survey question. Yeah, that was from the other live stream. So make sure everybody get their votes in. Okay? And Don't Need a Man said something. She said, that's why I'm not a dentist, and I hope that they get all the shots that they need, because they don't know where people's mouths be. Yeah, you got a point. All right, Modern Digger said, I wouldn't say often, but yes. Got a confession in here tonight. I love it. All right, Emmanuel says, I don't mind my partner having friends of the opposite sex. I have plenty of female friends and I've seen the worst of both sides. Just have to trust who you're with. Mm-hmm. That's true, it's trust, but some people just not comfortable with it. And I'm gonna read this article. So just work with me. I thought it was a really cool article, and different people's thoughts about it. I was like, wow, some people have different thoughts about the whole thing. So let's get into it. All right. This article came out in the New York Times. No, excuse me, not New York Times. Let me say this right. Article came from the New Times. Okay. And can your partner have a best friend of the opposite sex? Okay. Men and women can definitely build friendship with the opposite sex gender. When you are in a romantic relationship, however, this fact can vary from different people depending on your beliefs and the type of person you are dating. Some argue that allowing your partner to be close friends with someone of the opposite sex can be a good sign of a solid relationship, while for others, allowing the type of friendship is inviting trouble. For Leah, now this is Leah's thought about it. Her boyfriend having a best friend of the opposite gender is no big deal, though she says it would be required being cautious and wise. Mm. Although it is not, although it or not is something to decide altogether. In order to have an have an agreement and avoid any scenarios that could put our relationship at risk, she says. Okay. Now this guy, Edwin, this is what he has to say. According to Edwin, there is possibility for one to end up catching feelings for the other. Tell me how on earth I would ever feel safe in a relationship knowing that my girlfriend confides to her boy bestie than me. I'm not saying that this happens to all people with best friends of the opposite sex, but either way, it's not good for the relationship, he says. Edwin also said, Edwin notes that you have to make a choice to either choose your partner or your bestie. You cannot have it both ways because your partner has to be your best friend. So he's like, you got to make a choice. You can't have both. Okay. Let's see what Judith got to say. Judith believes that as long as the best friend is not trying to compete, it is totally fine with her. If your partner doesn't give her a reason to be jealous, she would then not be bothered, she says. She, however, points out that she expects the best friend to know her boundaries, which is very important. This best friend got to know their boundaries, okay? I agree with you on that one. Let me finish reading. With her boyfriend and not try to compete with her in any way. If they hang out and include me, probably not everywhere because they can have their moments too, then that's okay. When the bestie tries to compete with me, that is when my best friend gets to choose between me or the bestie, says Judith. All right, let's see what somebody else got to say. So how y'all feeling about this? All right, let's get into Samuel. What does Samuel got to say? Samuel says he can be okay with his partner's best friend until it becomes a problem. I can't say that I like it, but if I choose to trust my girlfriend, then that's what I will do despite her having a boy best friend. I don't trust boy best friends because as soon as the girl gets vulnerable, they try to take advantage of that and probably try to engage physically, says Samuel. That's a good point. That's something you have to think about. Yeah, that's something to think about. Okay, let me change the sounds here. I'm going to get into this. Sorry, so loud there. All right, I'm going to get into this next one. Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Excuse me. Kevin, this next one he has to say. Kevin says that she is fine. No, it's not Kevin. It's like Kavine. Kavine, whatever her name is. All right, let me get it. Kavine, just a woman. Kavine says that she is fine with it as long as there is trust in the relationship. She knows that she cannot be worried since she can also have a close male best friend. Okay, so you got a best friend? I'm going to have a best friend, basically what she's saying. Okay. And it would be normal for her. That is why she says that she would try to understand her boyfriend having a girl bestie because she believes it's all about trusting each other that makes a great relationship. All right. We got another one here. All right. I don't find any problem with my girlfriend having a boyfriend, says Sherman, excuse me. I believe that if we really love each other, then I don't have to worry about her boy best friend, no matter how many they would be. Okay, so you okay with you having several? Interesting. If our relationship is not one-sided and we communicate and are there for any other for one another always, there is no problem with my girlfriend having a boy bestie. Okay. That's interesting. It's amazing. Everybody thinks differently. All right, we got another one. His name is Kenny. Kenny says, however, says he would not allow his girlfriend to have a best friend of the opposite sex. To start with, it's best if my girlfriend is my best friend and vice versa. Oh, that's so cute. Some might think it as a problem of trust in a relationship, but it's about not trusting the best friend's intention. Key word. Because I can never know what he wants in truth, he says. He notes that it's hard to trust that the connection they have won't become stronger than what they have as a couple. Let's get in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get into the comments. Let me just finish reading this one. All right, we got another one. Let's see what Frank got to say. Frank says that the fact that he is the one she chose to be here, chose to be her boyfriend makes it clear that she wants a romantic relationship with him and not with her best friend. Okay, Frank. I would not tell her to quit being his best friend. All I could ask is to introduce me to the best friend. Yeah, I want to meet this best friend. So I get to know him better. By then, I would know if he really is just a friend or want to mess around. Oh, yeah. Y'all men can't pick up on stuff like that. I have to say, you can. If he somehow wants to cross the line, that is when I could tell my girlfriend to limit their friendship or, better yet, terminate it. All right, we got another one. Okay. All right. It says your partner should be your best friend. It is much better like that because it helps in growing together and avoiding any sort of misunderstandings, she says. Some are likely to go to their best friends if they have an argument in their relationship and share everything, which is not right. Yeah, you got a point there. The best friend can take advantage of this and start offering ill advice. See, that's what you got to worry about. These friends can start offering some advice that can ruin the relationship. I believe that two people in a relationship are the ones to find solutions to their problems together. She hence notes that it is uncomfortable to know that your partner has a best friend of the different gender because a relationship has to be just about two people who understand and support each other. Okay, so that's the end of that one. So what do y'all have to say now? Let me know. Okay, share your thoughts here and all right. Don't say I wouldn't say okay, don't set this one. And I read this one. Manuel said he wouldn't mind with the opposite sex. All right, Dome said something. I wouldn't care Better to be honest than lying all the time. That is true. At least you're being honest. Frugal. Hello, hello. And Raven, hey, and how you doing? Hugs and kisses. To be honest, I'm not against a girlfriend having a male friends as long as nothing is out of place, like coming home at odd hours and rumors around going around. I understand exactly what you mean. That's why I'd rather have, I don't know what that means, FWB, because there's no possession. I lost to that part. You can repeat that again. But I'm glad to have you here. All right. And man, say hi. And they're saying hi. So as we just said right here, everybody has different thoughts about it, and it's something to think about because, you want to know if your partner that you're with and this so-called, best friend, they might get close. And then you and your partner, y'all two might have an argument or whatever, and then all of a sudden the best friends start creeping in and trying to make moves. So, it's just something to think about. But then people's like, well, then you must be insecure in your relationship because you have a problem with them having somebody else, so you're insecure. No, I don't feel that you're insecure. You just, sometimes these friends can be trifling, and sometimes the friends might try to creep into a relationship. I personally feel, my man, no, I don't know about this best friend stuff. Now, if he has a best friend, and let's say they was in a relationship, I'm not in a relationship, excuse me, no relationship, whatever, but they was best friends way before I came in the picture. Maybe it was like a childhood friend or something like that. Well, then, okay. But somebody else come in the picture, no, I have to check this woman. I have to see, and I like to meet her because I want to find out where's her head at. What is she all about? Especially if she's single. Just something to think about, but everybody just looks at different. Now, women that's like his mother, his sister, his daughter, and his auntie. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. But so far, some other woman being around, I don't know if I'm too cool with that. Depends, but I definitely would like to meet her. I have to meet her. Introduce me to your best friend. Who is she that you speak so highly of? Let me meet her. Not saying that she's trying to, get with my man, but some cases that does happen. All right. Oh, well, Frugal says friends are friends, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be friends, but sometimes these friends might not actually be too much friends. They might have a hidden agenda. So that's why I say I would just need to meet the person, but this depends on, what other people think. And if I find out something going on, I'm not going to go crazy. Y'all two just toodle along. I'll find myself someone else. All right. Here we said, good to see you, Donna. Cool vibes you got on your channel. Background beats remind me of Nas, Deja Vu, Beat. I don't know that song. I got to look that one up. But thank you. I'm glad to have you here. All right. He also do animation too. Awesome animation. If you like the animation, check him out too. All right. And Frugal said, I'm sorry. What else said? Oh, a new best friend. That's a little side eye. Yeah, that's something to think about. Like I said, if it's somebody from the past and y'all two been rocking for a long time, it's not my place to try to break it. And I expect him to do the same thing on my end. But somebody kind of new coming around, nah, we gotta talk about that one. I just want to meet her. Let me meet her. Emmanuel said, yeah, the new friend stuff definitely has to be vetted more. Yeah, you gotta check that one out because you don't know so much with the new friend. It might not be. And like I said, this is your friend. So they said this is their best friend they're so close to. You two have a argument, and they go on to tell this friend your business. So you might feel a little uncomfortable about that. It's something to think about. And it's like, well, and then some people look at it this way, which I could understand. I guess it depends. But they look at it like, well, you say it's your best friend, but we in a relationship together. I should be your best friend. You should come to me and be able to talk to me about anything. Why not? So it is really tricky. It really is tricky. But let me just read this poll real quick. Now, this poll was really supposed to be for the other night for the live stream, but I'll do it now. All right, so we got 9 votes here. Have you ever given or received oral sex while driving? All right, 44% said often, Donna. Oh, righty now. All right, 22% said absolutely not, Donna. Okay. And 33% said, hey, I'm with trying it. Okay, all right. Just be, can y'all, the ones that said they were trying it, why don't you kind of pull over somewhere? Not while driving, watch my other live stream. You'll see what I'm talking about, because things can happen. Anybody comes across the street. I know couples want to be a little, man and woman want to be a little freaky deaky and do things different, but spicing up the romance, I can understand. But just got to be careful. Just whatever you do doesn't affect other people. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right. And let me see what else here. Okay, Emmanuel said something else too. Of course, you could solve it all and just be novice. Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, you got a point. Look at me. And hugs and kisses to you. One busy, purple heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's just something to think about. Some people just not comfortable with it. They think it's just, it's just out of order, whatever. But like I said, one thing is just get to know the person, meet the person. I think kind of meet the person before you start getting all crazy. And if the person that you with and they have a problem with you meeting the person, well, right there, that's a red flag. Or they don't want to meet you, that's a red flag, I think. Ooh, all right, Raven said, I'm a freak, but don't want to end up like that dude from that video. Oh my gosh, right? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. What if it's too good? Uh-oh. But you have to be careful. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you have any thoughts and opinions you want to put in here? Any questions, put in here, feel free. If not, I'm gonna close out with some music, but I just want to read this article because I thought it was pretty cool. And everybody looks at it differently. But number one is, put your questions if you have any questions in the comment section. But one thing is important is to communicate with your partner and let them know. And, kind of discuss this in the beginning and find out. And it is a red flag if this person doesn't want to introduce you to this person. I say, yeah, that's something to think about, because what is the problem? Why you don't want to introduce me to this person? Why does the person doesn't want to meet me? Something to think about. Sorry there, I want to change that one. That's something to think about. Yeah, red flag. Me, like I said, I don't know, especially if it's somebody new, but I definitely want to meet the person. That's just me. Let me meet her, and then I'll know from there. And just like guys, like the one guy who said he wanted to meet the person, because usually guys, y'all can pick up on it a little bit quicker than us women can. So yeah, be honest about that one. All right, so any questions? If not, I'm going to close out with some music. This was just a brief live stream. I want to get into this one and share your thoughts about it. Hold it just a second here. I thought I had another article. I don't. All right, so anybody have any thoughts, opinions, anything else and stuff like that? Anybody else at the votes? Okay, we're still at the 9. Yeah, still at the 9 votes. All right, so I'm going to close out with some music, and that's just it. So stay tuned for more of Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. And thanks for being here and engaging and sharing your thoughts, and definitely for voting. Oh, let me ask this one question, everybody in the chat, if you here that you can answer is, have there ever been a problem that you was with someone and that person had a friend and they got into your relationship and that friend, that bestie, was a problem? Share that thought real quick before I cut off. Anybody ever dealt with a situation like that the bestie was a problem? Yes or no? I'll give a second or two. on, nobody's going to share? Has anybody been in a situation that it was a problem? Had you had to check the friend? Ladies and gentlemen, you never experienced it? Come on, somebody had to experience it. All right. Frugal says, I've never had that issue. Okay. Emmanuel says, my ex slept with her best friend. That was definitely a problem. God, dog. Trifling. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I guess nobody else have here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all have yourself a blessed night and a great night. And stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real. Enjoy the music.